In this video, we will show you how to assemble your Incline Trainer. Before you begin assembly, please be sure to read the assembly manual thoroughly, as it will contain important safety warnings and assembly tips. If any parts are missing from the hardware kit, or if any parts arrived damaged, please contact Freemotion Customer Care at the information below. To begin, unbox the unit, being careful not to damage any parts in the process. Also be sure not to discard any parts not directly attached to the machine, as many of them will be packaged separately. Next, unwrap any parts shipped in bubble wrap or other protective film and verify that all parts listed are included with your assembly. Next, install the uprights. With the upright laying on its side, feed the coax, Cat5, and HDMI cables up through the bottom. Ensure that there is no excess that will be pinched on either side, and proceed with sliding the uprights down into the seated position. To complete this step, check to see that the pre-drilled holes line up once the uprights are in the seated position. Continuing on, thread the half-inch bolts into both sides of the upright, but be sure not to fully tighten them yet, as leaving them loose allows for the alignment of the handlebar bracket once installed in a following step. To assemble the handlebars, you'll continue to route the coax, Cat5, and HDMI through the handlebar bracket. Next, lift the handlebar bracket into place, again ensuring that there is no excess that will be pinched during the continuation of assembly. Finally, thread in and tighten both the 9/16 bolts on each side of the handlebar bracket and the upright bolts left loose earlier to complete the handlebar assembly. Then, continue routing the coax, Cat5, and HDMI cables through the handlebar frame to anticipate the installation of the top cover plastic in the next step. First, seat the top cover, routing the cables through the plastic cutout shown. Then, tighten the screws on the bottom to secure the top cover to the handlebar frame. Install the handlebars by first lining up the handlebar itself with the handlebar frame, then thread in and tighten the half-inch bolts to secure the two together. Then, route the handlebar cables through the plastic cutout of the top cover. First, line up the console insert and proceed with connecting all the cables between it and the controller. Once connections have been secured, lay the console insert flat, checking that no cables have been pinched. To begin this step, line up and tighten the screws on the upper handlebar covers. Keeping the cables out of the way, slide the console down onto the upright frame. Once seated, be sure that all the pre-drilled holes line up before fastening. Then, connect each of the cables, making sure that the cables are secure and that no pins have been bent in the connection process. Finally, align the rear cover to the back of the console frame and equally tighten each of the 4 screws. First, line up and tighten the screws on both the lower upright trim pieces. Then, line up and tighten the screws for the upper upright trim pieces. To test the unit, power the machine on using the reset switch. Once the iFit user interface boots up fully, you'll be brought to a workout selection screen where the physical aspects of the machine, such as the walking belt and incline functions, can be tested. This concludes the assembly video. For further assistance with assembly, operation, or other inquiries, please refer to the contact information slide at the beginning of this video.